can't even steer the thing. I'm aquaplaning here, dude.
Oh, wow.
The water is pouring off the screen now.
Michael, stay out, stay out.
And there's the 60 in the wall. Oh, there's another car going off.
Safety car, go. Car 93, increase your pace.
Indeed, full attack.
Guys, no further action with before.
Thinking about Les Castellets last year, the first thing that comes to my mind is the big crash Michael had in qualifying.
It's the Proton competition, that's Mike. Is that Michael Fassbender?
We have an accident on track, red
you
flag.
okay?
Fuck man, that was scary. Fuck, sorry bro. It is what it is.
I guess we were all so gutted because, I mean, the whole thing was over before we even raced a single lap. And what made it even worse was that was the track that I think we were the most competitive at. And we had really, really great hopes for Michael and the team to do a proper race there.
Yo man, it's me. Sorry dude. Sorry, I fucked up. Sorry for all the work.
If we don't want this, we can stay home. This is Motorsport, this is racing.
Ciao brother. See you in Monza. Good luck today.
But, I mean, that's also why Les Castellets is so special to us now. Ever since we left last year, we all just wanted to go back, get another chance and show how competitive the team is. Because I think we all still believe that we can win Les Castellets.
A very warm welcome to Circuit Paul Ricard for the third round of the season for the European Le Mans Series.
We have been there quite a lot, we tested there. Coming back to Les Castellets, we thought, okay, this might be a chance to do really, really good.
I've always had fast times here. I knew we had the capability to podium here.
Knowing that our car has been really good in the Red Bull Ring, I was expecting a lot on this weekend.
It's just about, you know, trying not to think about all the things that went wrong the previous year. Me at my fucking limit.
That weekend when we went to Les Castellets, Philippe was actually racing the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, which meant that we had to find a replacement for him. And yeah, we quickly decided that we would like to bring Jackson Evans on board.
Are you kidding?
Very, very nice guy, former Porsche Junior, huge talent, but you know, most importantly, on and off the track, such a nice character that we knew he's gonna fit right into the team.
I was, really excited by the opportunity to join both Michael and Richard in the 93 car. It was nice for me to get back in the car and understand how the guys were working and the way that Michael and Richie wanted the car set up.
So I think the balance, when we drive a bit rearward, should be really fine for you. Okay.
Video check, when everybody's done, we can go,
Every part of the track, you know how to do it. Now you just have to make it like a rhythm, like doing the same thing consistently.
This is what we want to see.
It's too busy for me. It's about turn 7.
Turn 7, it took me a while to get like flat through there, but at the end session, no problem. And turn 8, I love turn 8.
Michael had great pace this weekend, especially compared to the other bronze drivers who I guess you could say were normally a little bit faster.
The tires needed to be go out. You improved a lot, was very good.
From the first session on, we were on a different level this time. You could really see that Michael made some huge progress. His experience at the track helped him a lot. And also lap time wise, we made a huge progress.
The braking was great. Into turn 1, I was briefly green on you.
In Red Bull Ring and also yesterday, the balance and the tires were always spot on. The car was so good in balance on new tires with full fuel. Then also when we run a complete stint, the tires still looked good. So I got quite confident after the first practice sessions.
The first two races this year were really promising. The performance of the drivers and the engineers were really good. And now with a slight change in the balance of performance, I think we're really in a position to fight for a podium the next race. So now it's up to us actually.
3, 2, 1. LMGT qualifying session has started.
Qualifying to look forward to. Delighted you could join us for the next best part of an hour for qualifying.
Alto, EC0.
We've seen in free practice so far, Johnny, the Porsches at the sharp end, FP2 headed by Jimmy Bruni. Richard Leitz, I believe, was third in that session.
The 152.471 will put briefly Richard Leitz into second position, but Rosgun goes a touch faster. There's work for Richard Leitz to do. Leitz always carrying good speed, so in his home race last time out, but no stranger to the contours of Circuit Paul Ricard.
Richie, you have purple in sector 1, so keep going, keep going.
And that emerald green Porsche reaching the end of the Mistral straight now, heading into the full commitment turn 10 at Senior, and then trying to get the car, that's the speed arrested on this car in time for Beausset, choosing to go very wide on the middle portion of that double right-hander to clip both apices near perfectly. Impressive time from the Austrian. It's a 151.944 for Richard Leitz. Just under 4 minutes to go, so there is the opportunity to switch tyres.
Okay, too late. Box. We don't go out anymore, Richie. There's no time. Very good second lap. We're 3.5 tenths in front of the sister car.
At the moment, he is leaning on 0.355 of a second, but everybody else is back out into the session on brand new stickered Goodyear Eagle tyres.
And what have the rest got left in the locker here, Johnny Palmer? Rosgun is closing in on that tally. He's, I think, quicker at the moment. Here comes Rosgun. What's he got left to play? Gun to the top.
Rosgun goes to the fastest time, but he's gone even faster than Richard Leitz.
Qualifying P2 was pretty much the last thing we really needed for a proper race. And I mean, leaving the track on that day was very promising.
How did it feel? Sketchy?
No, I wonder if we, putting the second set would have been better. But
I don't think so. The only one car improved with that second set of tires.
The grip was quite good in the second lap, so at the end it's good. I'm happy.
It was excellent.
That was perfect. Yeah.
From our experience, we knew that at some point, once Michael gets into his rhythm, he's fast enough to actually fight against the other GT cars. So for us, the main focus for the start of the race was just, stay out of trouble.
Last year in the first race, you're the fastest if you find your rhythm. I don't want you to fight because then you kill the tires, you make mistakes, you go offline, you get pick up, you spin, just find your rhythm.
The goal was always to start with Michael and basically have him in for a stint and a half, and then allow Richie to take over and hopefully me to finish. We knew that Michael had great pace, so knew that we were in a good position to secure a good result, I guess, at the end of the race.
There is a number 93 car, Michael Fassbender, joined by Richard Leitz and
Jackson Evans replaces Larsa in with Fassbender and Richard Leitz.
GT cars to prepare to leave the pit lane.
Jakob, tires, 27. Go, we go, stay behind Chris. Michael, do not weave like us in front of you. Close the gap to the LMP3, pressures are okay.
Leaders to keep the pace, and race starts once you cross the line.
Round 3 of the European Le Mans Series gets going now.
We have started the 4 hours of Le Castellet.
Phil Hansen all over the dirt as they got going.
Michael, very good start. Find the rhythm, very good.
It's okay, let them go. Now find the rhythm. He was careful at the start, as we discussed, because at the start you can lose the race but not win the race. So we told him, okay, stay focused, get your rhythm, and then once you have the rhythm, start to race them.
Very good in sector 1 and 3.
Now I found the rhythm.
I started to feel more comfortable about how to approach the corners, where to brake.
Michael, very, very good job. Keep this rhythm, keep the focus, very good.
James and the 93, 83 and 93.
Gosner getting ahead of Fassbender.
He's fighting, nice.
For the first time it was really pushing and was actually racing and competing with the other cars. He was trying to overtake and was fighting with our competitors.
As that position reverses again.
Yeah.
That's a great shot from the rear of the Porsche.
Oh, that's good.
Manuel Gosner now from a long way back goes for a move on Fassbender. They avoid contact, but Fassbender does go wide as a result.
Oh la la, don't fight too much.
15 left to go, 1-5. Very good pace.
Keep him in the car. If he can do it.
In 22 seconds we go full course yellow.
Michael, full course yellow. Guys, prepare, box stop.
You know, we had a scenario where it was full course yellow, 40 minutes into the stint.
Now the whole track has been neutralised, so everyone's got to go at 80 kilometers per hour.
In the past, we often realized that after an hour or so, Michael was really exhausted, especially mentally, that we decided to pull him out, give him a break. But this time, actually, things went perfectly for us.
Michael, you stay in car, we box, full stop service, you stay in car. Your pace is amazing. With the tires and fuel, you continue your driving time. All good? Question mark. All good. Copy. Then we go for it. Very good job. Box this and box.
I had a little bit of sort of, cramping again in my shoulders, but I thought, strategically it was a really good move to make.
That's why Anna changed the strategy to keep Michael in for the complete 1.5 hours.
Still full course yellow, so still full course yellow, so be careful with the exit.
We were in a really good position because Michael was really fighting with the other GT cars, and we knew Jackson and Richie are going to be in the car next, and we were really hoping for them to push even more and get the first podium for us.
5 seconds to green. Green.
I felt really good in that second stint. The tires, the rubber that was laid down on the track, I felt there was more grip. For the first time I thought, okay, now I'm going to try and start racing a little bit more as opposed to just maintaining position.
That's why I say, don't fight.
Das war auch knapp mit dem Vorbeifahren, ne? Learning.
We were just looking at the clock ticking down, you know, waiting for him to actually finish his stint. But all of a sudden there was another safety car.
We are under safety car. We are under safety car.
That gives Michael the time to, you know, breathe a little bit, relax, and then focus on the end of his stint.
Engine map 4, restart this lap.
Safety car in at the end of this lap.
When the track went back to green, I think he had 10 more minutes on the clock for his driving time. And we knew if he brings the car back home like that, we are in a really good position to fight for the podium.
What happened after the safety car was I got mugged by about 3 cars. That was quite upsetting for me, and I just thought again, okay, compose myself, find a rhythm, and then just tried to hunt down the 3 cars that overtook me.
And we're not yet at a point where the bronze drivers can be taken out of their cars. Another 11 minutes or so.
Was just taking the fight on and went for, racing them.
So I took the first Ferrari. Now it was the yellow Ferrari in front of me.
No, on the straight.
Yeah.
Yes. And now I was trying to hunt down the Iron Lynx stain car.
There was only one left, which was the Iron Lynx Ferrari, and he also managed to close that gap down. I mean, he was going back and forth, he closed the gap, and then she had a bigger gap again, but it was always very, very close.
I knew she was weak in turn 8 because when I was ahead of her, that's where I would always eke out a gap. So I knew that there was a weakness there. Saw that she was scrubbing too much speed off, so in my mind I set up for the next lap. That was a position where I could attack. Going into turn 8, light brake, shift down to 5th gear, turned in, got on the power as early as I felt I could, and I just started hauling her in.
Fassbender to the inside of Gosner. There's a spin into both zones. A second hit as well.
Okay guys, prepare. Front right got hit.
I think there were 3 more minutes on the clock for him, and that added up to 2 more laps. And to see him go out like that at that time was super frustrating, because we knew if he would bring the car home, we would have been in for the win.
Big hits, and that's big damage as well for the front of the Porsche.
Dude, I thought she saw me on the inside there.
Fassbender has made it back to the pits, limping there.
That car going in the garage.
Erich, get my box! Erich, get my box! Get the spell already now,
Looking at the car, we knew, okay, this is not an easy fix. And I mean, at this point, you pretty much know that this is the end of your race.
The white flags are covering a very smashed up, beaten up Ferrari there.
I thought she saw me there, why she didn't give me any fucking room? The thing is, she definitely knew I was there. Every time somebody's on my inside, I always go on mistakes, you know? I thought that she saw me there, and to be fair, like through the whole race, I gave plenty of room to everybody that was overtaking me. And so it wasn't like a rash move. I had planned that move. I knew I was faster out of turn 8. I got a way better run than her. So I planned to go on the inside. I went there early so she would see me. And then I just didn't expect her to close at the apex like that. No, exactly. I thought we could both go into that corner side by side, you know. We were racing pretty cleanly up to that point, you know. I let her by in other places where I saw her on the inside.
Looking at the race up until this point, the 2 of them were fighting quite a lot, and many of the battles were super close. And I think Michael always gave plenty of room, otherwise they could have made contact way earlier. And in that lap, he made a move on her, and I think he simply expected her to do the same as he did before and just leave a little room for the 2 cars to go through that corner. But I mean, in the end, it's racing, it's split-second stuff, and this time it just went wrong.
The mistake happened, and our race and I guess also their race is over, and
shouldn't be the case, but Michael did a natural thing what every race car driver has to do. Once you have the car under control, you have your track under control, and you see other cars, you start to race them. So basically it's a natural habit of every race car driver that if there's a car in front of you, you want to overtake them.
The overall feeling is was a little bit on the downside, you know, because everyone was motivated and positive that, you know, a good result was coming. We had all the right ingredients for a good result. As much as it was a downside, it was still positive to see, you know, everyone working hard to make sure that the car could get back out on track. I guess the biggest thing that I took from his response was that he had already learned from it. You know, he knew that, okay, maybe it was not the best position to make a pass, but at the same time, he was comfortable and he was racy and he wanted to make moves rather than just sitting there. So
I don't want you to feel bad at all, because you did, again, 99%. Very good, amazing. Everybody was saying the first stint, you're driving well. The car was stable, you were getting closer, traffic-wise, everything was very good. Just for these 10 seconds, you made a different approach. It's shit, there's a lot of ifs, there was a lot of possibilities, but it happened, we cannot go back, so we have to think about the positive point.
I think that everybody is like a little, like, I don't know the right word, sad now is a positive as well, because there was so much into it, you know, like if we would have been dead last all the time, it wouldn't matter that much. It's just, it was looking so good.
I think it was the first time that we didn't only have the pace, but also had luck with the safety cars. Everything came our way, actually. And yeah, it wasn't an easy thing to leave Le Castellet for another time without anything in our pockets, because we were looking so strong that weekend that we should have been on the podium, if not even have won the race.
What's so sad for me about all of this is like opportunities gone and never to be got again, you know? I think if you're shooting for such high goals, you've got to take risks. I think playing it safe over the concentrated time we have to be prepared for that race is an option some of the times, but it can't be the approach all of the times. There's times where I'm going to have to take risks. Sometimes the risk comes with great reward, and other times failure. In the last race in Le Castellet, where, you know, for an hour and 23, I drove consistently and well, and I think pretty mature. And then in one corner and one move, through a misjudgment, it all goes away. And the fact that Le Mans is 24 hours, the possibility of things going wrong, lack of concentration, one false move, the consequences are big. But one thing I always learned, you know, in acting is that, you know, failures are inevitable, and it's then, you know, it's a series of failures, and then it's just about failing better the next time, and to embrace that, and to, like I say, not to be afraid of failure, to just attack it with everything, every fiber of my being, and just go for it.